Forest animals, a field trip. Hi friends, today we are going to learn about the animals that live in the forest at Belwin. Come on, let's go! Here we are at the forest at Belwin Outdoor Science. Forests are very important because they give habitat or a place to live to many, many animals. Today we are going to find 5 clues to learn about 5 of the animals that live in the forest at Belwin. Ready? Let's look for our first clue. Here is our first clue. What animal do you think made this mark on this tree? Do you think it was an owl, a deer, a pileated woodpecker, a white-spotted Sawyer beetle, or a coyote? Put your finger on your guess. You're right. It was a deer that made the scrape on the tree. In the fall, the male deer, or the bucks, scrape against the tree to leave their scent. This helps mark their territory. Many deer live in the forest at Belwin. Here is our second clue in the forest at Belwin. What animal do you think made these holes in the side of this tree? Do you think it was an owl, the deer, the pileated woodpecker, the beetle, or the coyote? Put your finger on your guess. You're right. It was the pileated woodpecker. The woodpecker uses its strong beak to look for bugs in the wood in the forest. Sometimes they make a nest for their babies. Here is our clue in the forest. This is called scat. What animal do you think ate something and then pooped out the scat into the forest floor? What animal do you think this is? Do you think it was the owl, the deer, the pileated woodpecker, the beetle, or the coyote? Put your finger on your guess. You're right. It was the coyote. A coyote is a predator. It eats other animals. I think this coyote might have eaten a rabbit. The scat had a lot of fur in it. Here is our fourth clue from the forest. What animal do you think made these holes in the bark of a pine tree? Do you think it was the owl, the deer, the pileated woodpecker, the beetle, or the coyote? Put your finger on your guess. You're right. It was the beetle. The white-spotted Sawyer beetle makes a sawing sound when it eats the wood. That's how it got its name. Saw, 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 saw. Here is our last clue. This is not scat. This animal left a pellet. What animal do you think left a pellet in the forest? Do you think it was the owl, the deer, the woodpecker, the beetle, or the coyote? Put your finger on your guess. You're right. It was the owl. Owls eat their prey whole. They might swallow a whole mouse to eat. Then they regurgitate the fur and the bones and make the pellet. They spit it out onto the forest floor. The owl left the pellet in the forest. Let's finish our field trip walking in the forest. Thanks for coming to the forest today and learning about the animals that live there. Bye, friends.